going on, basketball fans? Today is day one of the NBA season. Finally, we got Dallas Mavericks versus the San Antonio Spurs, the Orlando Magic versus the New Orleans Pelicans, and the Houston Rockets versus the Los Angeles Lakers. You can check out the Dallas Mavericks versus San Antonio Spurs at 8 p.m. on TNT. And you can check out Los Angeles Lakers versus Houston Rockets also on TNT. And if you do have NBA League Pass, you can go ahead and watch the New Orleans Pelicans versus the Orlando Magic. Anyway, let's talk about the Spurs-Dallas game. Today is our first daily preview. So recently, the Dallas Mavericks have they got back Tyson Chandler. You know, is a great defender. Not that great on the offensive end. Yeah, he can set a pick and roll and catch the alley. But he's not a great. I mean, he's a great defender, but he's not great on the offensive end. But they also acquired Jameer Nelson, who was an all-star back in, I believe, 2009 when he played with Dwight Howard. They also got Chandler Parsons, an up-and-coming all-star. And then they got Rashard Lewis, who has one of the largest contracts in NBA history, back with the Orlando Magic in 2008-2009. He can spread the floor. He can play defense. The reason why he's so great is because he can shoot the basketball. And he's a four-man. He's a power forward / small forward. So he can spread the floor. So if you have him on the court with Dirk and Rashard at the same time, let's say Dirk runs a 5 spot, he does sometimes, it's going to spread the floor and it's going to allow great players like Jameer Nelson or Monte Ellis or Chandler Parsons to create their own shot. Or if you want to isolate Dirk Nowitzki in the post or up top, you can go ahead. And then they also have Devin Harris. They have Al-Farouq Aminu. They have Richard Jefferson. So this team is stacked. This team is honestly stacked. I mean, Raymond Felton's a bum, in my opinion. He once was alright with the Charlotte Hornets, Bobcats. They were the Bobcats back then, back in like 2008, 2009. They also got Charlie Villanueva. They have former All-Star Devin Harris. I don't know what happened to him. He just disappeared. They got Rodrigo Bobois. He is pretty decent. There's room for improvement, but I think he's a pretty decent player. He just needs to be able to shoot the ball better, even because he's a shooting guard, but he's not a great shooter. Then you got power forward Greg Smith, who recently got traded to the Dallas Mavericks. He played for the Houston Rockets last year. And then they also have Ricky Lato, shooting guard, and they got Gal Macau from Wichita State. So that's going to be crazy. They also got Brandon White and Jay Crowder, but I don't think they're going to receive that much minutes, so I didn't mention them. Now let's go on with the San Antonio Spurs roster. You know, Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Kawhi Leonard, Manu Ginobili, Boris Diaw, Patty Mills, Kyle Anderson from UCLA, Danny Green, who can shoot the ball, Tiago Splitter, Marco Bellinelli, Aaron Baines, This team is stacked. Matt Barner, Corey Joseph, Austin Day, Jeff Ayers, and that's pretty much it. But this team is stacked. I mean, if you look at it, what's their starting lineup going to be? It's going to be somewhere along the lines of Tony Parker, Danny Green, Kawhi Leonard, Boris Diaw, and Tim Duncan. Then you got Manu Ginobili, one of the best players of all time, coming off the bench. You got Patty Mills, who can shoot the ball, coming off the bench. You got Tiago Splitter, who can also start coming off the bench. And you got Marco Bellinelli, Aaron Baines, Kyle Anderson. So they're just a stacked team, deep bench, great rotations. And they have a 15-man roster. So and most of their players are great, except for like 2 or 3 that I think should be sent down to the D-League or, just put in camp so they can get a little bit better. But besides that, they're a really stacked team, and it's really scary. But who do I think is going to win between these two teams? I think it's going to be Dallas Mavericks because, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. They took, San Antonio to 7 games last year, and that was without their recent acquisitions. They freaking got Rashard Lewis, Tyson Chandler, Chandler Parsons, Raymond Felton. They're gonna be great. Jameer Nelson. They're gonna be a great team, and it's pretty scary. So they're gonna be a great team. Now let's go on to the next game: Orlando Magic versus New Orleans Pelicans. Let's talk about the Pelicans roster. They got Anthony Davis, Omer Asik, Eric Gordon, Austin Rivers, Drew Holiday, Tyreek Evans, Patrick Young, Russ Smith, Ryan Anderson, John Salmons. That's pretty much it. This team doesn't really have that much depth. I mean, Tyreek Evans was supposed to be one of the best players ever when he first came to the league. I mean, he had a season that only LeBron James, Michael Jordan, and I believe it was either Kareem or Wilt had, oh no, Oscar Robertson had in their rookie season, averaging 20 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. He was along the lines with LeBron, Jordan, and Oscar Robertson. So that's crazy, but he slowly digressed. We got Drew Holiday, a great point guard who used to play for the Philadelphia 76ers 2 years ago. Austin Rivers, a solid point guard. Eric Gordon, Omer Asik, and Anthony Davis. Now, this team has no bench, but, you know, Orlando is not a great team either. The only real good player they really have is Victor Oladipo, Ben Gordon. I mean, yeah, they got Aaron Gordon, but he hasn't proved anything yet. Channing Frye's all right, whatever. You got Seth Curry. So, you know, I don't know. But, you know, that's Stephen Curry's brother, so we'll see. But we'll see. I think Pelicans are going to win. I say Pelicans are going to win 105-90, and I say Dallas is going to win 95-87. That's going with the Houston Rockets and Los Angeles Lakers. Let's talk about the Houston Rockets roster. They got James Harden, Dwight Howard, Trevor Ariza, Jason Terry. Who else am I forgetting? Patrick Beverly, Troy Daniels, Nick Johnson, Terrence Jones. Monte Eunice. I think that's pretty much it. All the solid players that they have. I know they got a lot of players off overseas this summer, which is crazy. And they got Earl Clark from the Cleveland Cavaliers, I'm pretty sure. And then let's go on with the Los Angeles Lakers. They got Steve Nash, Jeremy Lin. That's a great backcourt. Kobe Bryant too. Them three right there. That's a great backcourt. Plus Carlos Boozer, Julius Randle, and Nick Young. This team right there looks great. Jordan Hill is great as well. So we got Kobe Bryant, Jeremy Lin, Steve Nash, Carlos Boozer, and Jordan Hill and Nick Young. So those are great players right there, but they need a better bench. They have no bench. I mean, Wayne Ellington, Ed Davis, Jordan Clarkson. You guys don't even know who these guys are. Ronnie Price, he was an alright player. Ryan Kelly, you guys don't even know who these guys are. Oh, Xavier Henry is pretty decent too. But anyway, I think I actually think Los Angeles is going to win this one. I'm going to have to say maybe 92-85. The only reason why I'm going with the Lakers on this one is because I feel like Kobe's going to make a statement, and he's really going to prove ESPN wrong for ranking him 40. Like, how stupid can you be? But yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this daily preview. This is number 1, Los Angeles Lakers versus Houston Rockets, Dallas Mavericks versus San Antonio Spurs, New Orleans Pelicans versus the Orlando Magic. You guys tell me who you think is going to win in the comment section below. Please give this video a like rating. Subscribe if you're new. If you like sports and you want to see daily previews to games, I will be doing them. Let's get this season started, man. I'm just so excited. Anyway, I'll see y'all later. It's crazy. I love y'all. Peace. Yo, this season's going to be crazy.